So hey guys, I'm going to be showing you how I got my daughter's hair to grow. I will insert some pictures. She used to be very bald, especially around the front, around the edges. So her hair is really starting to grow in nicely. I have been doing the same routine since she was literally first born. I'll say literally her first bath, I've been doing the same routine. You'll probably hear me say that a couple times in this video. But as you can see, I am taking out her ponytails that she did have. She just loves to play. Look at her. She just wants to play. But I'm taking out her ponytails that she did have. When I take them out, I do like massage and scratch her head. She really likes it. But I do use like rubber bands, but I take them out very gentle because they do hurt her hair. I mean, they will hurt your hair. I break your hair off. But if I have to, I will cut them with a rubber band. And don't pull them out. I'll kind of like break them or just get them out to where they don't pour her hair. Tootie. So we're going to be using the Shea Moisture Kids. Now, I did not used to always use this. I just recently started using this Shea Moisture Kids on her hair. I used to use, I think it fell. This is what I used to use when she was first born. It's the Honest Company conditioner. I mean, this is just a conditioner I just chose to use when she was first born, which we ran out, and I started buying this, which that lasted 6 months of her life, 7 months. You're gonna be 8 months old, so yeah, you're gonna be 8 months old. So that lasted almost 6.5 months of her life because we've been using this not too long. So we do this. So basically what I'm trying to say is, basically, you can use any conditioner, whatever works for your daughter's hair or child's hair. This is just the conditioner I chose to use. So any conditioners, anything that's moisturizing, I prefer it be natural. Not saying that's how you have to live your life, but that's just what we do. I do rinse her hair. So she's fascinated with this thing. However you're going to rinse her hair, this is just what came with our tub. So this is what I'm going to rinse her hair with. And she lets me. She wants to play with it. Sootie, you got to stay in the camera. It's raining on you. Face. So this is something that we do just about every other bath night. So we bathe. I bathe her every other night. So every other night, this is our routine. Every other night, this is our routine. And since we're still working on the little baby bald spot, we just starting to fill in a little bit. So I'm just going to penetrate the hair, massage her scalp. Especially I'm going to focus on the bald spot. And like I said, so it's 7 days in a week, and we do this every other week. Every other day. We do moisturize her hair. And then so I will let this sit while she is playing in the bathtub. So the whole time she's playing and I'm washing her up, this just sits in her hair. I do not rinse it out as soon as I put it in. I let it sit the whole time. Rinse her hair is the last thing we do before we get out the tub. What else? The whole myth about she gonna get sick of her hair wet in the winter. So what true. I was saying before Maddie cut the camera off and you get to the next clip was that you really don't get sick from your hair being wet. That is a myth. I don't know where people came up with that, but if you ask a doctor or if you Google it, that is a myth. So if you have something to say about your daughter's hair being wet, or when she got the tub, because like I said, I do it every other day. So her hair is wet literally every other day, and I don't have any problems with it. Like, that's a myth, that whole saying. So you really just have to just let it be. People always have something to say. Believe what you want to believe, but I haven't had any troubles with her. Okay, so this is like 2 mornings later. I don't remember why. But I do use the Kinky Curly in her hair. The Kinky Curly not today. It's a little on the expensive side, but it really works for her. And this is what I've been using. It's really lightweight. It's thin. It moisturizes her hair. I do finger detangle. Sometimes I will use a comb, but I really don't use too many combs out here. But I do finger detangle. And I use a generous amount just to, give her hair some oomph. But if you didn't pay attention to before, I was spraying it with the spray bottle to just kind of get the kinks out, give it some moisture. Water is your best friend. Remember that you want to moisturize with water first. But I am finger detangling. I always give her something to play with. As you see, she sits there fine, no problems. Now, I do this every morning. About every morning, I do her hair. The oil that I'm using is a mixture of like Jamaican black, coconut oil, and I think tea tree oil. I do make oil mixtures, and I put it on the hair after I put the moisturizer in it to seal in the moisture. And as you can see, I do rub it around her head where the bald spots are, or what the bald spots were, because it's growing in now. But as you can see, this is, like I said, this is the same routine. She was bald in August, and it's now January, and my baby hair has grown a lot. Now, this blue stuff in the blue bottle is the curling, I forgot what it's called, the curls gel. You'll see it in Target. Everybody sees it in Target. But I bought it for myself, but I did not like it. And it's a really lightweight gel. And I use it on her hair, like depending on the hairstyle that I'm doing. Depending on the hairstyle I'm doing is what I use. So it does work for her hair, just does not work for mine. Yeah, I had to put her down. I had to get the rubber bands. I want to say she threw them. I should edit this part out, but I'm using it to talk. So, you can do this same process. I do the same routine every day. And before bed, when I take her out the tub and we get her dressed, I rub oil around her hair. I don't put a moisturizer in it. Just when we got the tub, I rub oil around her hair. And that just kind of keeps it from drying out while she sleeps. She does sleep on a satin pillowcase. I have a satin hat for her, or a bonnet, whatever you want to call it, but hers is like a hat. It just does not stay on her head. So, and she sweats a lot, so it'd be sweaty when she wake up if it does stay on. So I do just put her on a satin pillowcase, and that normally works. And then sometimes if she doesn't sleep on a satin pillowcase, that oil that I do rub in her head before, when I get her out the tub, that oil does keep it moisturized. You have to think, if your child's head is rubbing against a surface, it's going to be dry. The hair is going to break. The hair is not going to grow. Because your hair, one thing people don't realize, especially the black community, I do apologize, black people, is that your hair never stops growing. Your hair is always growing. It's just, are you holding on to the hair that you have? That's the thing. You need to hold on. You need to retain the length in order to see the growth. So if you're growing an inch and your hair is breaking off an inch, you're not going to see growth. But your hair never stops growing. That is, people be like, "Oh, my hair ain't growing. It's trying to grow." That's not a thing. Your hair is always growing. And people got to realize what you put in is what you put out. So what we're trying to do for her is hold on to the hair that she has. I don't want it to break off. Now, as far as hairstyles, my baby just started wearing ponytails. Because if I don't do nothing to her hair, it gets really dry at the top. The ponytails hold the moisture. I wear a lot of twists because my hair does better in twists. But her ponytails hold moisture. So if your baby doesn't have enough hair for ponytails, at one time she didn't, I just used to moisturize it every single day. Sometimes I can get away with leaving the ponytails in her hair maybe a day or two. Her hair still may be moisturized. But since she doesn't have much hair, I'm trying to find a way to part it. If you see me why I'm looking like that, I'm trying to find a way to part it. But you just have to find something that works for you, and that's what works for us. So far, I found the system. And then back to the whole hair being wet thing. Water is your best friend, and a lot of the black community, because I've heard it from black family members, you don't need to wash your hair every day. Even my coworker, she was like a 4 or 5 month old. She was like, I need to wash her hair, but I don't want her to get sick. And I'm like, that's not a thing. But, you know, you can't tell people how to raise their kids. But water is your best friend when it comes to your hair, and people don't realize it. And the black community just seems to think that if your hair is wet, you're going to get sick, which is a myth. And I don't have any problems out of her. I've been doing, like I said, I've been doing the same routine since our first bath. And that's why I'm getting her hair to grow now. But you got to think, like, our white friends, or I'm not going to say white, our Caucasian, our Latinos, all the people who have a straight texture of hair, you know, they wash their hair every day and they're not sick. So where y'all get this? Is just black people going to get sick? I'm not saying I wash her hair every day, but like I said, I moisturize it. I only shampoo her hair literally once a month, once every other month, because she doesn't have that much hair to wash. I don't use shampoo. So I just wet her hair, and like I said, I use a conditioner. So we're going to talk about the formula so we can just, you can understand the video. I feel like I'm talking too much. So we're using a conditioner, a washout conditioner. You're going to wash it. You're going to wet it, condition it, let it sit, rinse it out. A oil, you're going to rub the oil around the head and on the hair to moisturize it. Then when it's time to do a hairstyle, you're going to use a leave-in, a oil, and a styler. Like I said, the little gel stuff I was using is a styler. I don't use it every day, though. It's natural. I could, but I just don't like it that much. I'm trying to use it to get rid of it, really. But in a styler. And as you can see, like, her ponytails aren't perfect. Her hair, it's not perfect. I'm just brushing her hair down with the brush. But, that's literally the formula. And you got to think, I massage her scalp every day. Like, even when I do this, I massage her scalp. When I give her a bath, I massage her scalp. When I take her ponytails out, I massage and scratch her scalp. So that's it. And like, people are wondering, like, oh, she's been sitting there the whole time. I've been doing the same routine she was born, so she's used to me touching her head. As you can see, I'm done with her ponytails. I was trying to get a good picture of them, but she wasn't feeling it. So I'm going to show you some progression pictures of her hair. This is now. This is now as well. But as you can see, like, it's really flourishing. But this was a few months back, like August. She was bald. As you can see, like, her hair has grown so much. Like, you see the front, it was literally nothing there, and it was a little bit at the top. And this was August right here. It was really bald on the sides. And now the sides, they're really filling in. So really, when she didn't have hair, like I said, I just moisturized. But bye, you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. If you have any questions, drop them down below.